Hello and good morning. This is Lorenda Carr, Sunday, September 27th. And now keep in mind, you might be seeing this 3 months from now, but either way, this message is going to be for you, all in divine timing. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do. This is our daily vibe check. Each day I like to pull a card. It started out as an assignment when I was from one of my classes called, it's an evidential mediumship class. One of our assignments was to connect to our guides, and then another certification that I was working on, ask us to pull a card every day and kind of set the tone for the day. So I thought, well, why not do it for everyone else too? If I've got to do it, might as well share the love. So we will pull a card or two or three or four, whatever Spirit leads us to do, see what the divine message is for today. I feel like it's always good to know what's coming, good, bad, or ugly, because then we can be empowered to react and respond appropriately. Or we can create our own opportunities if we know of if there's going to be a certain wave or a certain vibrational opportunity to do so. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say for us today for our greatest and highest good. All right. All right, so we're going to start with these 5 cards. Now, the King of Swords, reversed, is the first card. Now, this is something in the recent past. This tells me that there's either someone or a situation, or it could be even you, someone around you that is very condescending, that is not, as a person, is not a healthy person for you, that is willing to use a sharp tongue to cut you down or to tell you what you don't know. And it's followed by the 6 of Swords reversed, which is saying that you have not moved on from a situation, and followed by the 4 of Wands, which is an upside down home. So this tells me that there's potentially a relationship issue going on here. Now, relationships could be our coworkers, they could be our spouses, they could be a family member. So I feel like there's just this really negative energy that's happened, and you're having a really hard time moving on from it. This kind of hurts my heart, actually. And honestly, I had actually started this video earlier, and then my dogs barked, and I was like, okay, well, let me just start over, and I'll come back to it. And this card is the one that came up first the last time also, and you saw me shuffle them. So I feel like whoever's listening to this message needs to hear it. There's a very toxic person in your environment, and you're having a hard time moving on from it. It has turned everything upside down for you. You don't feel stable. You don't feel like the foundation around you, the 4 walls around you, could cave in at any time. The advice is the 4 of Cups, which tells me you're asking for a sign, you're asking for help, you're asking for divine guidance. But notice the man is sitting there with his arms and legs crossed, and God's divine hand is handing him a cup of information, of love, of the sign. Here's your sign. One of my favorite comedians, Jeff Foxworthy. Here's your sign. Yeah, here's your sign. Spirit wants you to be in a healthy relationship, in a healthy job, in a healthy environment. And you know what? Sometimes we can be our own King of Swords. How many times have we caught ourselves talking so negatively about ourselves, and we don't know how to break this cycle, and we end up sabotaging ourselves in ruining opportunities that we have around us. And, when you sit back and you say, I need a sign, I need a sign, I need a sign, well, you have to be open to receive. You can't have a preconceived notion of what that sign's going to look like. You have to feel like you have to be open to receive those messages. Spirit only wants what's best for us. There's no agenda. There's no, we're going to get back at you. We get plenty of time experiencing our karma when we get to the other side as we transition. But we have plenty of time to work things out in a good way here too. Now, once you start seeing these signs, the Seven of Swords reversed comes up. Now, when it's upright, this means outright theft. It's like someone has taken something that doesn't belong to them. And when it's upside down, it's something is returned. Something is returned to you that you deserve. It could be an apology. It could be something that someone actually stole from you. And it could be even you giving yourself the grace of self-worth and self-respect, and give that gift back to yourself. So let's see what the Shadowscape deck's message is today. I feel like I do feel like this could either, honestly, do a self-check. Are you tearing yourself down? Are you in a relationship that you should not be in, whether it's romantic or a friendship? Do you have that one friend who's just really toxic and takes and takes and takes and takes until you'll give and give and give until you have nothing left, until you're going to lose your home. And you have a hard time walking away from that. And you have a hard time receiving help as well. Just know that Spirit's going to be with you. Now let's figure out how we can empower ourselves. So this all feels like daunting, but it really isn't. It just gives us more of an awakening. But now let's find out what Spirit thinks we should do to move forward and empower ourselves. Okay. This is so interesting. I don't know who this is for, but this is a serious reading. Like normally this would cost you a lot of money for me to sit down and do this, because this is a crazy big spread. Not a lot of money. I'm not that expensive. But I tell you what, there's a lot of energy in this reading right now. And so I hope you're sticking with me. So the first card in this lineup is recent past, the Tower. So in the traditional deck, the Tower is a building that's burning to the ground. Yeah, this is a little more subtle, but not really. It's still burning to the ground. So you could see like the lightning at the top and all the craziness and all the burning of the forest. That means something is coming to an end that needs to. In the present is the Chariot. The Chariot is such a beautiful card. It's a card of empowerment. It's saying, you know what? I'm going to take the wheel. You've been driving long enough. I'm taking the wheel, and I don't need you to tell me where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I'm very driven. I'm motivated. I can take control of these reins. I can guide these horses. I can drive this car. I can drive this train, however you want to see it. Because the situation, I kid you not, Seven of Swords. I can't make this stuff up. You're seeing it play out as we go. Seven of Swords reversed over here. This situation that we're talking about is somebody took something from you. Dignity, respect. Is it you yourself doing this, or is it someone else? But there is this feeling of unfair treatment and somebody taking something from you. The advice, justice. Let that sit in there for a second. Now, if this was a reading that, again, I'm sitting down one-on-one with someone and it's a relationship reading, I'm going to say, well, okay, so I'm seeing a lot of abuse. I'm seeing a lot of negativity. You've been trying to get out. I've been seeing your home is upside down. You don't know what to do. And, you're going to have to get out before you ever get an apology. This would say, oh, look, lawyers are involved now. Justice. Now, it can also mean getting what you deserve. Getting what you deserve. So if you are the person being mean, you might want to take a step back and do a little self-check, because justice will be served. And as an outcome, by doing justice, by pursuing justice, is the Sun. The Sun is one of the most positive energy cards in the entire deck. It is a representation of, it can actually literally mean fathers and babies, like that beautiful relationship between fathers and babies when they hold the babies and they get all gooey and then they're like, haha, you're not as tough as you think you are. The Sun it can be literally going someplace on vacation. Chariot. Maybe you need to go on vacation somewhere. Yeah, don't we all in the middle of a pandemic? That'd be great, wouldn't it? Seek out the sun. Yeah, the sun's going to come out. Enjoy, because guess what? This thing that's been going on, this crap that's been happening, it's burning to the ground. And when the beautiful thing, when that tower card comes up, a lot of people think it's scary. I think it's amazing. It's like, oh, cool. So this rickety old house that's upside down and no longer working for me, we're just going to burn it to the ground, to the foundation, and we're going to start over with a brand new house. Perfect. I love it. And guess what? You get to choose. You get to make the choices in what that house looks like. What does that new life look like? You get to move forward from all this. And guess what? Justice is going to be served. You're going to get what you deserve. In the end, you will get what you deserve. And guess what? You have all the power. So let's see what the Celebrate card is today. What are we going to celebrate? What are we going to celebrate that's so wonderful, that's going to help uplift you? Again, I'm about empowering. I'm not about, oh, doom and gloom, this terrible, terrible, terrible. But what do you need to know to help empower your situation? What are you going to celebrate today? Because it's the daily vibe check. What are you celebrating today? Intelligence. I love that, because you're celebrating what you know, and you're celebrating what you have the ability to learn. What do you need to learn about yourself? What have you learned about yourself? Tap into that part of your brain that is logical and that knows what needs to be done. No longer at this point should you be emotion driven. If you want to make change and be successful, you have to use your intelligence. If this is a dysfunction, if you're thinking about, oh my gosh, this is all about my job, you've got a boss who's treating you terribly and like just telling you you're not worth it, you are. You've got the intelligence. And you know what? Anybody else would give their right arm to have you as their employee. Or, you know what? You're smart enough to do it yourself. Run your own business, start your own gig. I've done that. You get tired of working for other people, so you do it yourself. Okay, let's find out. We'll do one more card here. I love this. Okay, so as you are on your chariot and you're getting to where you need to go, and you are getting what you deserve, putting out that fair justice feeling and enjoying the sun and the success and that feeling of overwhelming, yes, I'm finally feeling the warmth on my skin. I feel so much better. As you go on this journey, you need to stay focused. Hold the course. You're going to encounter people that don't share your vision of what you should be doing. Just know that Spirit is literally, you have 5 guides with you. You've got 5 guides with you, and they have your greatest good at heart, and that they are here to serve you, to help you. And it's not just about learning lessons in terrible ways. It's about how do you improve your soul and your higher self, and serve your greatest good. You know, what is for your greatest and highest good? Right now, stay focused. Celebrate the fact that you are intelligent. You do know what you need to do, and you have the smarts and the ability to move forward. So this has been a really fun reading, and I'm hoping that you all stuck it through the ads. I'm sure we've probably had about 3. We're getting ready to come up with another one here anytime now. So I'm going to move this along. And just know that you have blessings from the other side, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. You can find me at www.messagesfromtheotherside.weebly.com. I do Zoom readings, and you can also like and subscribe to my channel here. So take care, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all in the future. Have a good one. Bye.